Quin, it's good to have you here. One of our more prominent guests here at TechDays at Örebro. You're from Redmond, our office team in Redmond, right?
That is right. I work in the office product management group there, and actually it's great to be here too. So one of the fun parts of my job is actually to get out and travel the world, and I get to basically spread the word on our upcoming release of Office 2010.
So, can we hear a little bit about Office 2010 and the plans and how you see it and so on?
Sure. So, I mean, Office 2010, as you know, we're continuing the great tradition of providing the best productivity experience for users. But especially what 2010 does is we expand that productivity experience not just on your personal computer, but also to the web through your browser and also to your mobile device through your phone. So we really look at giving the user an experience across all their devices, but we'd like to think of it as being, we make people more productive in more places, and that's really the goal.
I really love the GUI on 2010. Have you heard a lot of reactions around that from beta triers and so on?
Yeah, certainly. And in fact, what's interesting in our beta release that we did with Office 2010, we had over 5 million beta users. And we have a feature in the Office 2010 beta that allows you to, we call send a smile or send a frown. And in the 4 months of beta testing, we got over 1.3 million responses from people all over the world. And we've incorporated a lot of that feedback back into the product. And as you know, with Office 2007, we introduced this concept of the ribbon. We've actually improved on that in 2010, and we get people telling us they're like 4 to 10 times more productive with the new, improvements to the ribbon in 2010. And all of the applications in Office 2010 now have the ribbon.
I really like them. Also, one of my favorite thing in Office 2010 is the meta tagging that you have on your PowerPoint presentation, for instance, where you can see the author and all those details. I think that's great.
Yeah, and we've also improved the interface in another way. Speaking of manipulating your document, in 2007 and previous versions, we really interspersed commands within Office to go in if you wanted to print or save, and you kind of had to hunt around for them. Mm-hmm. And in 2010, we've introduced a new feature called the Backstage. Yeah. And the Backstage is basically the place where you can go to do all of your document manipulation, saving, printing, permissions, compression, any of those things. Yeah, it's one place to go for users, and the rest of the menus now are just for authoring content. And so it's much, much easier for people to find their way, and we've really seen that in the beta testing.
Have you heard any reactions from larger corporations that have been trying out Office 2010, and what's their reaction on it, so to say?
Yeah, I mean, I run the what we call the early adopter program for Office. I have over 300 enterprise customers around the world using Office 2010 from the time we released the beta. And I'd say universally the response has been overwhelmingly positive, both not just from the user experience point of view, the performance it's the fastest Office release we've ever released. Mm-hmm. In certain functions like recalc in Excel, we're getting just phenomenal increases over Office 2003 and Office 2007. And so A, that improves productivity, and B, it's just a nicer way to work when everything just pops faster. So.
Really good. Okay, the last question. What is your favorite feature in Office 2010?
Yeah, my favorite feature is something we call PowerPoint Broadcast. And the reason why I love this feature is because typically I do a lot of meetings with people remotely all over, and you're always kind of mucking around with how you get the PowerPoint slides to them, how you get the phone bridge working and everything. And it usually takes half of the meeting just to get organized. Mm-hmm. And so with PowerPoint Broadcast, you do one click when you're in PowerPoint, and it'll give you back a URL. You give that URL to anybody you want, and they can go and access your presentation while right then and there on any device, any browser. You can even do it on mobile phones. It's wonderful. I love it. I do it when I'm at Starbucks in Seattle, sitting in my car, and I'll be like looking at a PowerPoint broadcast on my phone and talking at the same time. It's my favorite
That's
feature.
Productivity, right?
That's productivity.
Thank you, Quin, and hope you have a nice day here in Örebro.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.